Welcome to the Bendano Podcast, what we're calling a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. The ratings are in for Saturday's preseason game. Indiana Fever, the number one viewed team in the WNBA, against the New York Liberty at New York. The New York Liberty, nice size fan base. I would say probably the second most watched team in the WNBA. The ratings are in for that game. We have a new addition to the injury list. Not just Aaliyah Boston, not just Lexi Hall, not just Ty Harris, but there's another one just announced a few minutes ago that you can add to the list. Somebody we all want to see on the team. And Project B might be done before it even gets started over what's unfolding over there in LIV Golf. And let's get right into it, shall we? Like the video, hype the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's start at the top. Aaliyah Boston, lower leg. Ty Harris, knee. Lexi Hall, hamstring, are out as expected against Dallas tomorrow. Justine Pissot, lower leg, a new addition to the injury list, is also out for tomorrow. Somebody we all want to see make the team. Somebody we all want to see play with Caitlin Clark. Someone we all want to see splash threes. We want to see her get her shot, see her in the rotation. She's out tomorrow with a lower leg injury. What is going on over there in Indiana? Lower leg? What the F? As expected? I wasn't expecting. Me neither, legend. Guess we won't be seeing them till the regular season at this point. Justine Pissot is now added to the injury list. You can't make this up. Moving along, Sportico. The WNBA on Ion's telecast of the first preseason game of the year between the Indiana Fever and New York Liberty on Saturday, April 25th, delivered an average audience of 743,000 viewers. That is an increase of up 76% over Ion's preseason game last season. And if you go back to the second game last season, it's up 129% versus last year's second preseason game. Neither of those games are compared to Indiana Fever games. There's a Dallas Wings game in there. There's a Chicago Sky game in there. There's a Las Vegas Aces game in there. There's a national team game in there. None of these games that they're comparing it to are Indiana Fever games. Okay? 743,000 viewers. Very nice when we compare it to everybody else. I did a little bit of digging. Caitlin Clark's preseason debut, WNBA 2024 preseason debut, we were at 657,000 on NBA TV. Last year, I believe she sat out the first preseason game against the Mystics, came back against the Brazil national team on ESPN, 1.3 million views. Hands up, don't shoot. 743 seems a little bit lighter than I was expecting. A little bit lighter than I was expecting. Now, did the WNBA market this preseason game correctly? Did they announce that Caitlin Clark's actually back in action properly? Does this have to do with what we saw last year? Does this have to do with the type of offense that we saw last year? Is this a Stephanie White issue? Is this all repercussions of the Stephanie White offense? People weren't as glued to their TV as they usually are. Again, 743 is good when we compare it to the rest of the league. However, we're talking about the anomaly here. Personally, I was expecting maybe a 950, a 1 million number. I know it's just preseason, but come on. Caitlin Clark hasn't played WNBA basketball in 9 months now. It's been a little bit over a month and a half since we saw her play in FIBA. So I was expecting a higher number, especially on Ion. You know, it's not NBA TV. It is Ion. But we will see what tomorrow's numbers are going to look like. 743,000. Project B. Project B might be cooked, man. Project B might be over before it even gets started. Breaking. After weeks on life support, LIV Golf has lost the funding of its Saudi backers, sounding the death knell for the upstart league that split pro golf. The Saudi backers, the Public Investment Fund. Excuse me. LIV plans to tell players and staff by Thursday that Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund would end its funding for the upstart league, but the PGA Tour isn't yet ready to welcome back those who jump ship. Now, we're not a golf channel over here. We don't talk PGA golf. But we do talk women's basketball. We talk WNBA. And although Project B Basketball says it has no Saudi funding, when you take a dive into this article and you look around, they might say they have no Saudi funding. While Burnett denies Project B is funded in any way by Saudi Arabia, including in the form of promised money if the league hits certain investment thresholds, there is a connection. Sella, a subsidiary of the Saudi Public Investment Fund, is an event partner of the league. We have partnerships with a lot of companies around the world, Burnett said. Sella is one event partner that we pay money to. We do not have any dollars coming from them. Wink, wink. It's a wholly owned subsidiary based in London that has done a ton of events globally, including the most recent big boxing events, the America's Cup, a bunch of other global sporting events. They are a global partner of many people around the world. If you think representatives for Sella did not respond to a request for comment, I'm not going to lie to you. We're giving them money. We'll let them continue to act like we're not giving them dollars, but we're giving them dollars. LIV Golf, the Saudis, were not getting the money that they thought that league would generate. They thought that if they get all these big PGA players over there and they just give them tons of money, somehow viewership will turn and advertisers will turn and they'll start raking in the big bucks. WNBA is a much smaller niche than golf, like it or not. Women's basketball is a much smaller niche than golf. And women's basketball that doesn't have the commitment of Caitlin Clark, that doesn't have the Caitlin Clark name attached to it, smaller than that. So Aneka Ogwumike, I know Kelsey Mitchell and Sophie Cunningham reaffirmed their commitment to Project B. You ladies might want to get your money now because Project B isn't going to last long. They thought they weren't getting a return on their dollars with LIV Golf. They damn sure aren't going to be getting a return on their investment with this new Project B Travel the World International Women's Basketball League. It's the sad truth, but it is what it is. Justine Passat added to the injury list. Indiana Fever, the largest preseason audience on Ion ever. 743,000, up 76% over last year's game, up 129% over last year's second preseason game. 743 does seem a bit light. And I would be asking, whose fault is this? And the person that I'm looking at is Amber Cox, Kelly Krauskopf, and Stephanie White. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, hype the video, subscribe to the channel. That would greatly be appreciated. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.